what's going on with them lately. They're kind of pushing a lot, but he's saying something that's not true. So I'm watching the January 6th hearings, and I can assure you the prosecutors are watching you as well. He says this is a dire, ominous warning to Trump. Never plays out like that. Now, maybe it kind of is, but the way this headline is written, I feel is very factually incorrect. So I'm calling him out on this. Gateway Pundit, come on, guys. You're getting a little sensational. Great news. You cover a lot of stuff. Please just, I know you're clickbaity, but come on, man. Anyway, we're going to let you hear it, and you can tell us what you think. But this is it's powerful what he says. It indicates where they're at. I don't think they've got any legal basis to go after Trump. Yeah, they want to. Yeah, Cheney wants to. We'll talk about that too. Check it out.
I wanted to ask you whether you had a chance to look at the hearings or watch the hearings on Capitol Hill on the January 6th by the January 6th committee, and if you've learned anything, perhaps that could be useful in the Justice Department's work.
So I am watching, and I will be watching all the hearings, although I may not be able to watch all of it live, but I'll be sure that I'll be watching all of it, and I can assure you that the January 6th prosecutors are watching all the hearings as well. On this, which I'll now count as your third question, look, I'm not going to be able to give you an idea of how my own personal responses to this or the kind of evidence that are coming out, and I want to just explain a little bit more, although I did start explaining a little bit more, I think the last time we were all together 2 weeks ago or so, press conference. The Justice Department's long-standing position is that we don't comment on ongoing investigations. We do that both for the viability of our investigations and because it's the right thing to do with respect to the civil liberties of people under investigation. In slightly more expansive, we have three reasons. They're all, I say, co-equal. One is that our investigations generally proceed quietly and in secret so that we don't tell witnesses where we are. We don't want them to know. We want truthful answers as we approach. We want to be able to do our subpoenas and search warrants without any risk. Eventually that information comes out in the form of our search warrant affidavits, comes out in our orders, comes out in our pleadings, and eventually if there are charges. But for our investigations to proceed in an efficient way, we have learned over many, many years this is the way our investigation should go. Secondly, this is what protects the civil liberties of people who have not been charged. We don't impugn people until we actually charge them. This is part of the rule of law in America. And third, there are the people who we have charged. As all of you well know, we've charged well over 800 people now in connection with January 6th. Some of them have pled, but others are facing proceedings. And for us to comment about evidence, some of which regards them, some of which regards others, could affect their cases and could affect our ability to proceed in an effective way. So that's the reason, and it's the reason that this has been the long-standing position of the Justice Department.
Mr. Attorney General, not speaking about a specific investigation, but there have been open questions with regard to whether there exists a body of law at the Office of Legal Counsel or elsewhere in the Justice Department that's not public that would limit prosecutors' ability to pursue obstruction or conspiracy charges against people at the highest levels of this government or previous governments. What can you say about the existence of legal interpretations that may bind you in that regard?
I can say at this point, this investigation is proceeding according to facts and the law. We are not obstructed from continuing our investigation in any way, and we will continue to do that. There's nothing within the Office of Legal Counsel that prevents us from doing an investigation, and I think most of the things you're referring to are well known anyway. So there's nothing that's coming in the way of our investigation. We are proceeding with full urgency with respect, as I've said many times before, to hold all perpetrators who are criminally responsible for January 6th accountable, regardless of their level, their position, and regardless of whether they were present at the events of January 6th. We're just going to follow the facts wherever they lead.
Dude, his voice is killing me. It's like I keep wanting to clear my throat. Dude, stop it. Stop it. Oh. Anyway, so yeah, nowhere in there did I hear him go Trump. I didn't hear him say the word Trump once. Nor was it implied, Gateway Pundit. Come on, guys. Christina Lila? Whatever. Again, I'm not trying to rip, but it's just like, come on, be fair with the news. Clickbait's really unattractive. It's very unattractive. That's all I'm saying. Rep Jordan says House January 6th committee altered evidence. I'm showing nothing new. That's for friggin' sure. Said the message was presented as follows. On January 6, 2021, Vice President Mike Pence, as President of the Senate, should call out all electoral votes that he believes are unconstitutional as no electoral votes at all. Schiff at the time described the message as an attempt by Jordan to suggest that the former vice president simply throws out votes that he unilaterally deems unconstitutional. However, it turned out the text message was a direct quote from the Department of Defense Inspector General Joseph Schmitz, according to the Federalist, and not from Jordan himself. The message was also edited to cut off the rest of the sentence, which read in full, in accordance with guidance from Founding Father Alexander Hamilton and judicial precedents. A spokesman for the House Jan 6 committee told the Epoch Times in December that the message was doctored. On Monday, Jordan, who is the ranking Republican on the House Judiciary Committee, told Fox that last Thursday televised hearings on the January 6 committee's findings presented no new information. I still don't think there was anything new there, Jordan remarked. It's kind of like a home team playing at home and the refs on their side, and they still can't win the game. Kind of have to say I sort of agree with him. Mayor Rudy Giuliani has given a statement to the Gateway Pundit regarding the fraudulent January 6th hearing. What role did Antifa and the FBI play? It's a very good question that should be asked. And his statement specifically, the Jan 6 committee is not trying to seek the truth. Otherwise, they would look at what the various states found about election irregularities and illegalities in their states. Watch my latest podcast at rudygiulianics.com to see Antifa involvement. As a law-abiding citizen, my questions are, why did Speaker Pelosi refuse National Guard offered by President Trump? Why were some Capitol officers seen opening doors and inviting people in? What role did the FBI and Antifa play? Did some violent protesters get paid? Why did the committee infer Capitol officers were killed that day when no officer was killed? Why are they ignoring the murder of unarmed veteran Ashley Babbitt? Who was the peaceful protester outside the Capitol who allegedly was beaten by officers? What is going on with the investigation into the pipe bombs left at the RNC and DNC? This ruthless, one-sided committee continues to slander the reputation of American citizens with no one on their side to hit back against their baseless accusations, said Tina Ryan of Citizens Against Political Persecution. They are tarnishing the jury pool for the J6ers and making it impossible for them to get a fair trial. And now they are attacking Rudy Giuliani, with Jason Miller saying he was intoxicated. Miller offered no proof whatsoever. That is the definition of slander. Miller, I don't know if Miller's going to survive this. We'll see. And a lot of people are like, but Dan, Miller's on the good guys. Yeah, okay, well, let's see what he's doing. I know he's got Getter going on right now, but this doesn't look good, doesn't sound good. Miller got trapped in something. We'll see. But Miller was making speculation. That's completely speculative. He didn't have a breathalyzer test. He didn't, have him walk a line or anything like that. Didn't do a blood test. He has no idea if Giuliani was or was not, in fact, drunk. Who knows? And he could have been hammered. Totally possible. He's Italian, dude. Come on, please. It's totally possible. And it was the night of the election. The expectation was Trump was going to win handedly. I'm sure it started off like that in his mind and then maybe changed. Now, apparently Liz Cheney throws a tantrum. Again, maybe a little over the top, but again, it was Gateway Pundit that reported it. Go figure. Throws a tantrum after January 6th panel chairman Benny Thompson rules out Trump criminal referral. Now, what Benny Thompson said is, I think, actually correct. It's a shame he had to backtrack from it. Benny Thompson first said on whether he believes Trump should be prosecuted based on evidence January 6th committee has uncovered, he said, quote, well, I prefer that we complete our work and share that work with the Department of Justice, and they will make that call after that. That's how it's supposed to happen. If there's legitimate crimes that somehow these guys have brought forth, or whether it warrants additional investigation by the part of the executive government or the executive branch that's supposed to investigate, not the judicial that's supposed to make laws. Sorry, the legislative that's supposed to make laws. Apologize. Judicial is supposed to make sure the laws are being followed. Executive is supposed to enforce the laws. That's why there's co-equal branches, right? So no one side has all the power, kind of like the J6 committee's trying to do. So good on them for saying it properly. And then Liz Cheney's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The January 6th Select Committee has not issued a conclusion regarding potential criminal referrals. We will announce a decision on that at an appropriate time. Excuse me, Liz Cheney? That's not your job. I know you guys assume it is. Legally, you don't have a leg to stand on. You don't have a leg to stand on. So you guys can say whatever the hell you want. Well, this person's convicted. We've decided he's convicted. Hey, that's not your job. Now, you've presented evidence. You've tried to make your case to the people. Sure. You've done a piss poor job at it also. But whatever. That's not legal. But that being said, there was a follow-up, more from the spokesperson. Right now, the committee is focused on presenting our findings to the American people in our hearings and in our report. He continues, our investigation is ongoing, and we will continue to gather all relevant information as we present the facts, offer recommendations, and, if warranted, make criminal referrals. Again, not their job, not even partially their job. That's not what they're supposed to do. We'll see what happens. Sham January 6th committee postpones Wednesday's show trial. They need more time to put together a video because apparently 17 months is not enough time. Yeah, they had to actually cancel out. Now, I think it's because that key witness bailed out on them. And I think it probably screwed him. Now, I'm curious if that key witness shows up, if that key witness changes their testimony from what they expected they would say. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Who knows? We'll see. Right now, it's been postponed. We can just keep munching popcorn and making assumptions, but hell, it's a lot of fun, isn't it? President Trump predicted all along of what we're seeing today from the Biden administration before it happened. This is a very powerful video that's been shared. You might have seen it, might not have, but it's incredible, talking about Joe Biden trying to make it sound like, well, other people have said that I was going to fail as a president. Well, that's obviously not true. Well, you'll see that every single thing that people claimed you were going to do, you did. That's the funny thing, Joe Biden. As much as you love to lie to us, and you're not good at it. You're not even sort of good at it. You make stuff up that's so beyond even possible, it doesn't even matter. I'm surprised you're like, and then I flew myself with my magic wings to 7-Eleven, whatever, right? Anyway, so here is Joe Biden telling us how he's not going to do all the damn things that he's done to us already.
Before I took office, there were a lot of folks out there making some pretty bold predictions about how things would turn out. You might remember some of the predictions.
They're coming for your guns, they're coming for your jobs, and they're coming for your freedom. They hate American energy, and Joe Biden will shut it all down. He's going to.
That if I became president,
Biden's elected, he will wipe out your energy industry.
Another prediction, that is my favorite one, I must add, is that if I got elected,
gas prices going $5, $6, $7 for a gallon. Flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, and crime while they live behind beautiful gated compounds. They try to take away your gun, Second Amendment, they want to take it away, while they enjoy private security that's fully armed.
I never understood that one.
To spend trillions of dollars rebuilding foreign nations, fighting foreign wars, and defending foreign borders.
So for all those predictions of doom and gloom 6 months in, here's where we stand.
You want to use the word recession or depression?
Think of the single mom struggling to put food on the table each month.
You know, it's sad.
So if your primary concern right now is inflation,
we could stop it in 30 minutes.
When I took office,
he finally went outside. He went to get an ice cream.
Look, the bottom line is this.
I say you're not doing a very good job.
Because he can't take any questions now from the press.